Right. Wednesday. What are we working on today?
Well, I pulled all this apart today and cleaned it up as good as I could, and I'm gonna knock the bearings out, the races,
Yeah.
and clean it up, and then start putting it back together.
So what part is this? What?
This is called the ski arm.
Okay. And that's obviously on the front.
Yeah, it goes. This is where your spring goes in here,
Yeah. Okay.
and the steering is on this end, and the front is the hinge. Right?
How many bearings do you have in there?
4.
Okay.
When I get this knocked out, I'm going to tell you about Reggie.
Okay.
He was going north one day, and I'm going to tell you the story. Eh?
Okay.
Or I might as well tell you the story right now. So anyway, he gets up north of Wanless, and there's the guy standing beside his truck like this, looking at the front wheel.
Mm-hmm.
So Reggie pulls over to talk to him, and he says to the guy, "Good day." And the guy says to him, what the hell did he say again? He said V Gates. So anyway, Reggie, knowing a little bit about the Europeans, he thought it's either Swiss, German, and he read a little history on Hitler, and Hitler said just a short march from Germany to Denmark. So he's one of the three. So then Reggie thought, well, he'll give him a little German. So instead of saying, "Was ist los?" that means what's going on here or what's the trouble, he said to this guy, "Was ist los?" And the guy said, "Well, can't you see the nuts are loose on the rim?"
Yeah, well, 50 years of working with guys, Dad's got all kinds of stories. So now that you've got the one knocked out here, what's...
No, 2 of them are knocked out.
Oh, 2 are knocked out? Okay.
Now I switch it over and knock the other 2 out.
Okay. And I imagine these things are all shot to hell?
Yeah, I'm going to show you. You can't...
There's
You
2
can't
there, yeah.
reuse this stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. I can tell right
Can
now.
you see the marks in there?
Yeah,
Well, this bearing starts jumping on a race if you put that old race in.
Okay.
So we're going to put new races in because this guy wants to be trouble-free for a few years.
Yeah. Now, is this the same size race as the other wheels that we
This is the one the race that takes 22 to do the whole machine.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Okay.
the race.
Okay.
And we have the bearings and the races.
So you notice there Dad was going on different sides to pound that out because you can't just go on one
So you
side
pound
and
it out even.
yeah. And
another
so look inside here, so that's packed full of grease and grit
It's gonna
and
be
whatever
washed
else.
out. Now
And
here's another thing. When you are pounding like this, you're better off to put a pair of vice grips in here because that thing goes down. You're holding it, and you happen to slide down, you're liable to lose a finger.
yeah. So it's we'll show you guys the parts numbers on this so you know. And but this is what Dad's been doing in between his visiting here with old friends that came by. We just had another contractor friend from back in the day show up and try to get him to do some apprenticing around here, but he's rebuilding a bombardier, or a grader, I mean. And
Need some used parts.
we'll need some used parts, exactly. So I'm going to go bounce over and show you guys what that part is so you guys can get it. Now, Dad likes using Timken because it's a high quality bearing and race and whatnot. So this is the race right here, brand new out of the box, and he uses Timken, and the part number is 09196, and that's, if you get an NTN race, same thing. It's going to be, that's the same thing. Now you can get the cheap Chinese versions, but for a couple bucks more, guys, you're better off going with this.
And then
And you need 22 of them. So we got the 22
that does
here.
the whole machine.
Yeah.
And then these dust shields go on top of the bearing, both sides. Then your axle goes through.
Now, I don't have a part number on that, but I'm sure you can get those at any automotive supply place.
No, it's special from Bombardier.
Oh, okay. Well, we got a bag full of them, so we're lucky. But that's what you're doing there. And well, you're better off just replacing them, guys, if you want to fix it once and then be done with it instead of constantly repairing. So Dad goes a couple bucks more with the good stuff so that, you know, the customers can not have those issues down the road.
Show them the good race, or the good seal too.
Okay.
That
It's in the other box. SKF.
this is the poor quality seal.
Yeah.
CR and National makes them, and this is the good seal. You see how much heavier it is?
Yeah, that's the SKF one.
This SKF.
And the part number on that one, guys, is right here. It is 13839.
Now here's another thing. Before you put these in, I just want to show them something. Drill one little hole like that on each side, more or less in the center. So when you grease from the outside, that the grease can go through here. Otherwise, it could push your seal out.
Okay. There you go. Little handy little trick. Right. So that's what Dad's been busy with today. He's had some visitors, and we're just going to let him get back to work here. Best part of the day is when you get your chewy treat. Eh? Just love this time of day. What? Is the cat giving you the grief? And you want any grief?